Hey, elites, how's it going? It's me, your boy, every type of armor man. Welcome back to the Minecraft Guide, episode number 92. This time, we meet back up in the Nether Hub. Today, we've got a big Nether project on our hands that I'd like to just pretty much jump straight into. You see, we have a lot of ore back over at the base. The ore needs to be smelted. Now, we're on episode 92. I mean, come on. We're not just going to make a furnace and smelt the ore. That's too basic. We are long overdue for an auto smelter, for sure. But you see, here's the thing. We build an auto smelter, we're going to smelt up a lot of ores, we're going to need a lot of fuel. We need a good source of fuel. Coal, it would work, but again, come on, we're on episode 92. Do you think I want to use coal? Come on, what kind of peasant do you think I am? Come on, that's offensive. The best fuel source in Minecraft would definitely be lava buckets. Lava buckets burn a lot of things, but lava buckets are also tedious to get. I would have to go back and forth, probably between the overworld and the nether to get a bunch of lava buckets, and yeah, it's just way too annoying. So, instead, I present you Blaze Farm. Minecraft Blaze drop blaze rods. Everybody knows this. And blaze rods happen to be one of Minecraft's best fuel sources. Not only are blaze rods statistically a little bit better than coal, they burn a little bit more, but they're also way more farmable than coal, at least easily. If you have the materials and the time and a blaze spawner nearby, you could easily set up a blaze farm, get a lot of experience from the thing to mend up your tools, and get a bunch of fuel while you're using it too. Now, Blaze, excuse me, I'm introing the project. You know how this works. You wait a minute. Disgusting. So today, it's Blaze Farm Day. If you're enjoying the Minecraft Guide, and if you enjoy this episode, if you want to see more, make sure you smash that like button. So, let's talk materials. I've actually done a lot of preparation for this project off camera. Now, the materials for the Blaze Farm that we're going to build, admittedly, kind of expensive. For this Blaze Farm, you're going to need 48 sticky pistons. Yikes. Yeah, but trust me, it's worth it. You're also going to want to have 48 pressure plates. I recommend using either stone or blackstone pressure plates. You'll need 24 redstone repeaters and 24 redstone dust as well. By far, the sticky pistons are the most expensive thing. Once you get those, the rest of the stuff is pretty easy. Now, we're gonna, of course, try and make our Blaze Farm look good. Today's episode is probably a part one of a two-part project here. The Blaze Farm and the Blaze base that we're gonna set up, it's gotta look good. So we're gonna bring some building blocks with us into this project. We're gonna use blackstone, basalt, and netherrack to make this thing look good. We'll also maybe use nether brick. Nether brick looks pretty good here, and I mean, it's a nether fortress, so it kinda makes sense. So Blaze Farm, first things first, you're gonna need to find a blaze spawner. Ideally, find a blaze spawner that isn't over a lava ocean. If you find one that's in another fortress over a lava ocean, it'll work. It's just going to be a whole lot more difficult. This blaze spawner is going to work perfectly. Now, yes, we aren't like fully enclosed here. We are out in the open a little bit, but it's going to work. It's going to be fine. Now, after you find the blaze spawner that you're going to convert into a farm, I recommend setting up some sort of mini base camp farm area. Nice try, skeleton. You're not good. Nice try. Set up a working area. For us, the working area is going to be right in here. We're just going to block this hallway off entirely. We don't need to go over there, and then over here, we'll block this doorway off entirely as well. We don't need to go down there today. We can open it back up a little bit later. This should be nice and safe. We should be able to work in here relatively easily. Now, you're going to want to get ready. This step, the first step, is the most dangerous step. So, we're going to need our netherrack, and we're probably going to want the basalt as well. We're going to want to move up on this spawner and dig a room around this thing. This room is going to get filled with blaze while we're working on it, but that's no big deal. That's fine. We want the blaze to be contained, so we don't have to worry about them. Okay, I'm going to need some nether bricks, I think, or you know what? No. Let's just use netherrack. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to want to build a 9x9 room based around this spawner. That means 4 blocks out in every direction from the spawner. So right here, 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Blaze, don't touch them, don't touch them, don't touch me. Oh wait, you back off. Yeah, blaze are dangerous. Don't touch them. Definitely don't touch. Yeah, like I said, this step is by far the most difficult, most dangerous step for sure. But don't worry, it's gonna get way easier. We're gonna basically make a box around the spawner so the blaze can't annoy us the whole time and we can actually get some work done. So, you, back up. We have 4 blocks out in every direction now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we need to build walls around this thing. Now your room should go 2 blocks above the blaze spawner. So 1, 2, like that. That's perfect. These walls that you're building around this room should be after your 4th block out. So they should be on pretty much the 5th block. You're going to want to go ahead and clear this room out so it is a perfect 9 by 9 square. Don't worry about digging out the floor. The floor, actually, we're going to want to fill back in after we've built all the walls around this room. Blaze, can you please just go away? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. For this step, I highly recommend having good armor. If you have good armor, you'll be able to deal with the blaze longer. If your armor isn't the best, then at least get a good sword, a good bow, something that can take blaze out quickly. We have both. We have good armor and we have good swords, so we're in good spots, but the blaze definitely are still annoying, for sure, 100%. While I'm building this box around the blaze spawner, I'm also filling in the floor. If you want to build this farm easily, efficiently, and not have to worry about blaze the whole time, the floor is definitely necessary. All right, we are actually almost done. I can't believe it. Okay, we fill the wall in. Blaze, stop it. I'm so close to being done. Can you just go away? We have 4 right there. We have 4 right there. We have 4 over here, and then 4 over here. This room is finally almost built, fully boxed in. This is huge. Finally, I don't have to worry about the blaze anymore. Now, one more thing that you're going to want to do before you close this room off, get a slab on top of that spawner. The slab is going to help stop blaze from idling around on top of the spawner forever. We're going to go ahead and just use another brick slab. That slab is going to be perfect. But after you slabbed off the spawner and built this box around the blaze spawner itself, go ahead and close the box off. We don't need it in there anymore. At least not until the end. Now, you know who this is. We're gonna go ahead and actually open this room back up, but it's for a good cause. We need this room to look good. I'm gonna go ahead and put basalt in the corners. I think that's gonna add a nice touch of detail to this room. If you're worried about the aesthetics of your blaze farm, I definitely recommend working on the aesthetics while you're working on the farm entirely. Make the farm look good as you go along. It'll be a whole lot easier. Now, another tip that I recommend doing here after you've boxed off the blaze spawner is to dig underneath the blaze spawner, like right underneath the thing. So that's gonna be right here, and mark it with a different block. For us, we'll use netherrack. That'll be pretty obvious because we'll have nether brick all the way around it, and I'll know where it is. This is going to help us know the exact location of our spawner as we continue to work on this farm. So step 1, find a blaze spawner. Easy enough. Step 2, box that blaze spawner off. This is by far the most dangerous step. You're going to want to be patient. There should be a wall 4 blocks out in every direction from that blaze spawner. After that, fill in the floor so the blaze don't annoy you the whole time you're working on this farm. Step 3 is the first step that takes place below your spawner. Every step from this point out will take place below the spawner. What we want to do is set up a funneling system so we can get all of the blaze that spawn from the spawner up there into one singular point. If we can get them into one point, they're easier to take out. This funnel is basically going to look like some sort of weird, upside down, stretched out pyramid. After cutting your blaze spawner off from everything else in the nether, go down below it and dig 2 blocks of space out. So what I did right here. Make sure your walls continue downwards. Now again, if you're worried about the aesthetics, worry about them right now. It's easiest to make things look good as you go with this farm. After you're done with this farm, trust me, you're not going to want to open it back up. It is going to be very dangerous. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not 100% sure about this design, but I think it's going to look nice. What I'm planning on doing is having basalt go down in the corners, at least on this first part. Then we're going to do a floor of, I think, maybe blackstone. We'll have like a blackstone ring around here, you'll see in a minute, and then we'll do like blackstone pressure plates and maybe basalt on all of the walls. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Now, when you're filling in your walls, make sure you fill in this gap up here that would be even with this floor in here. Eventually, we're going to take the floor out, and you want your walls to be solid. All right, so here's the vibe that we're going for. This is looking okay, I think. Now, we're going to want to leave a way in and out of this space so we can get in and out and work on it. Our way in and out is going to be right here. Now, the blackstone that I just talked about, I think we have to go back over here to grab it. It should be inside of this box. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'm thinking for sure, probably, maybe, definitely blackstone bricks. I think that's going to look pretty cool here. So, now we have this room dug out underneath the spawner. You see, if we move the spawner straight down, it will be where that torch is, and we have 4 blocks out in every direction. Now, we need to start making a pyramid. To start, replace the blocks around the edge of this floor. So, like these blocks over here, where I'm putting the blackstone, with whatever block that you're going to have there forever. I recommend using any block other than netherrack. If you leave netherrack and blaze start to shoot inside of this farm, then you're always going to have fire in there. If there's a fire on netherrack, it won't go out unless you punch it out. Now, that's not necessarily a problem. The fire won't hurt the blaze or anything. It's just kind of annoying in my opinion, so I recommend using a block that fire won't exist forever on. That block could be blackstone, it could be nether brick, it could be really anything other than netherrack. Now, after doing that, we're going to want to dig out the center floor, so everything other than what we just placed down. We're going to want to dig this out 3 blocks down. So we're going to want to end up with something that looks just like this right here, but fully dug out in the center. So boom, now we're looking at something that looks like this. We're definitely going to need to fill that hole in right there. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. Now, something else looks different. What else? Oh, of course, it's the whole build. I decided in between cuts to actually go ahead and spice this build up. I took a step back and, took a look at it, and I wasn't really happy with it. So I made some big changes. The big changes, they look like this. I put netherrack on the ceiling, or nether brick, excuse me, basalt all around the edges, and then nether brick walls in here. I think, big thing here, that's going to look really good. Now, it is actually redstone time. We're going to need 24 sticky pistons for this next step, and then, we'll come back and put that stuff in later. So, sticky pistons. What are the sticky pistons doing here? Well, the sticky pistons will be moving all of the blaze down low to the grinding area, the killing chamber of this farm. Now, unfortunately, yeah, you do need sticky pistons. If you were to use normal pistons, the wiring would be, it would be different. It would be a lot more complex. It would be more annoying. So sticky pistons are unfortunately the move. Now, what we're going to want to do is put 6 sticky pistons on each side here. Now, if you take a look at each side, it's actually going to be 7 blocks long in there. We're doing 6 to create a funnel. The best way to explain why we're doing this is by example. So we put 6 sticky pistons on this side right here facing forwards. Eventually, in just a minute, we're going to put blocks in front of those sticky pistons that are going to be pushed out. What blocks? I'm not too sure. Maybe basalt. I think basalt might look cool in here. But anyways, we have 6 sticky pistons right here. Then we skip this corner. On the next side, we start right here, kind of on like the left edge, if you will, like just like we did on this side, and do the same exact thing. On this open side, we're going to do, again, the same exact thing. But I'm going to need to build out over there. Let's see, where would we do this? We do blackstone right here. Okay, I ran out. It's not a problem at all. Easy, blackstone bricks. We would do it right here. That's where that would go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we might want to put some blocks behind those sticky pistons. Gas can blow these things up. Then we go ahead and do the same thing over here. Basalt right there. And then there'll be 2 more basalt below it. And then again, 6 more sticky pistons over here. So basically, in this step, on the first tier downwards in this blaze farm pyramid that's upside down, you're going to want to put 6 sticky pistons on each side and basically skip one corner. It could be the left corner, or it could be the right corner. We skip the right corner on every single side. Now, we're in the business of making things look beautiful. So we're going to fill these blocks in down here. We're actually going to be able to see those, and then the floor blocks as well. We're going to eventually wire this thing up so the sticky pistons will actually fire when something is right in front of the sticky pistons. But I think first we're going to actually try and get all of our sticky pistons in. Okay, so it's a little confusing looking, but now we have something that looks like this. We have sticky pistons on all of the sides, and then I put blackstone all around the sticky pistons because blackstone looks good. Now, basically, we need to repeat this process again. We're going to go down here on the floor and first surround the outside ledge with something that won't have fire on it forever. So basically, anything except netherrack. We're going to go with blackstone bricks because they look really good in here. And then, after we've gone around the entire outside edge, just like this right here, we're going to dig down in the center 3 blocks again. Basically, repeat the process that we just did, but this time, things are getting a little bit smaller. So in this next step, we're obviously not going to need 6 sticky pistons on each side because the sides are 2 blocks smaller now. Instead of 6, we're going to use 4 on each side. Now this step is really where the, okay, cool it. I was gonna say, this step is really where you start to get the good solid grasp of why you want to have a blaze spawner that's closed in. You see, this is open right here, and that's just kind of annoying. Imagine this blaze spawner being out over a lava ocean. That would be all sorts of nightmare material. It wouldn't be good. It would be really, really annoying to work in here. Alright, so for this next step, I think, if my calculations are correct, we're going to need 16 sticky pistons. Let's try that out. We're definitely going to need more blackstone too, so might as well grab that right now. We might, big maybe, have to go back over to the base to get even more blackstone. I didn't want to have to do that, but we might have to. We might not have a choice. So, sticky pistons on layer number 2. 4 on each side this time, starting in the same exact corner. So this corner right over here. Sticky piston, sticky piston, sticky piston, sticky piston. And then, wait for it, we fill that in and skip this next one. So we need some blackstone in here. We'll build out temporarily, just like that. And then more sticky pistons. Sticky piston, sticky piston, sticky piston, sticky piston. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and put even more blackstone right below those sticky pistons, just in case any gas decide to show up again. Then we have a corner, which is 2 blocks right here, filling it in with blackstone, because blackstone is looking amazing here, if I do say so myself. Then, wait for it. We turn, and we're going to have to take some blocks out. And we're going to have to fill some blocks in here, too. You know what? Let's do blackstone. We're going to have redstone wiring on these blocks anyways, and blackstone would look pretty good. But, you know what? We can actually conserve some materials here. We're going to go with blackstone slabs, because I'm cheap. I'm cheap, yes. Alright, so all of these blocks over here, those over there, and those over there, we're going to replace those all with blackstone slabs right now. Alright, so I've got the blackstone slabs on the floor up there where we're going to put our redstone wiring in a little bit. Now it's time to finish off this layer of sticky pistons. 4 more right over here, then we can fill this in and put a few blackstone blocks right there, and boom, we have 2 layers of this thing done. Now we have yet another layer. So to start off, again, we're going to want to go all the way around the edge of this side down here and place non-burnable blocks. So for us, wait for it, big surprise here, blackstone. Yep, we're going to do blackstone again. Alright, so now we have blackstone around the edge right here. Now all I need to do is go over here in front of the sticky pistons and replace these blocks with even more blackstone as well, because the stuff looks so good. I have to say, the Nether update blocks, they're all so amazing, but blackstone, oh man, this is still one of the best things to happen to Minecraft in a long time. I mean, I know I've wanted blackstone blocks, like blackstone, literally, for years, like a long time, and 1.16 finally got it. 1.16 might be the best update ever. But, speaking of amazing blackstone, I'm pretty much out now. But am I? No, I'm not. I have a little bit more right here. That is perfect. We're gonna actually need the rest of our sticky pistons for this step as well. Okay, so now that I've placed all of our permanent building blocks around the edge, it's time to dig down 3 blocks again in the center. Now this time, the center is going to be a simple 3x3. It is getting very compact. That means in total, on this final layer, we're going to need a total of 8 sticky pistons. That's it. Pretty easy. So, same thing. We're going to start again on the same corners and place sticky pistons. 1, 2. Then we're going to turn and go over here. It's going to be right here this time. 1, 2, and then the same thing over here. We should be able to place it like that. There we go. 1, 2, and then finally 1, 2. Okay, perfect. Now I just need to fill all of these blocks in with even more blackstone. Alright, plot twist. We're back over in the overworld. I went to the overworld to get even more blackstone because I was just out. Now, I made a stop over at the armory building to find a sharpness 4 book. Unfortunately, out of all of our enchanted books, we didn't have any sharpness 4 books. They're all in here, yep, no sharpness 4. A little bit of a bummer there. And also, big bummer, goodbye anvil. But wait, hello anvil, brand new. Now, sharpness 4. Why are we going for sharpness 4? Because the sword has sharpness 4, and I'd like to finally move it all the way up to sharpness 5. Now, a little bit of a bummer here. We have fire aspect 2 on this book right here, but I don't think that's a problem, at least for most things. It's going to be annoying with Enderman, but I think I might regret this, but we're going to go for it. Sharpness 5, boom. Hello, brand new, amazing netherite sword. Even more better. This sword is pretty much, I think, one of the best swords in the game now. Not bad. I like it. Alright, so with more than enough blackstone on hand now, let's go ahead and finish this build up. Here's what we have now. Layer 1, pretty much complete other than redstone. Layer 2, same deal. Layer 3, almost same deal. All I need to do is lay a few more blocks in here. So now, here's what we have. Once we wire this thing up, all of the blazes are going to be funneled into this singular spot right here. That means we're going to want to dig this spot down a few blocks because blazes tend to sort of float up. It's annoying, it's bad, it's definitely not what we want. If we dig this spot down, let's see, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be 5, so let's go ahead and go 5 blocks down right there. They'll land on this block right here. We'll put it as blackstone for now, we might change that later. Now what we're going to want to do is build this all the way down because, again, you know who this is, we need to make this look good. It's got to look amazing. So blackstone all the way except, well, you know what? Yeah, for now, let's just go all the way down. We might change it later. I'm not too sure how I want to do the whole grinding room itself, but for now, we'll leave one side open. Now we need to connect back up to the nether fortress so we can actually, you know, get to this place. Eventually, I'm thinking that we'll have a tunnel going right from our nether hub to this room directly. And then from this room, we'll be able to get into the nether fortress. So let's go ahead and dig this out a little bit. Hopefully no lava pours down in here. Okay, that's kind of good. It'll do for now. We'll build that down like that. That looks a little bit better. Now, staircase. Let's see. I think if we go up right here, we should hit the nether fortress. All right. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, nether brick. That's great. Where are we? Oh, okay, perfect. Easy, nice. This is exactly what we needed. This is perfect. We can grab more fences right here and just move our wall back for now. We'll put the wall maybe like right there. Or you know what? Let's just do this. We'll put the wall right here. This is perfect. And then finally, we'll light this little area up so we don't get any wither skeletons in here at all. That would be a huge problem. Should have probably lit all of this up a little bit sooner. Alright, so the second to last step in building this farm is the redstone. We now need to wire this farm up. Wiring this farm up is very simple. Let's actually go ahead and go to the bottom and start there. So the end goal is to have a pressure plate right here. With the pressure plate right here, we need to be able to power this block right there. To power the block, we can do a redstone dust. That's perfect. But, unfortunately, if we just put another redstone dust right here, then the pressure plate right next to it and the first pressure plate are no longer going to work. So, that means we need to alter between redstone dust and repeaters. If we wire our farm up like this, alternating between repeaters and redstone dust, it will work flawlessly. That's exactly what we want. Now, we're actually going to hold off on the pressure plates until the end. We'll put the pressure plates in right before we leave this farm. So moving up another floor, you already know what we have to do. We have to alternate between repeaters and redstone dust. So there we go, we have all of the repeaters in. Every other block, doesn't matter exactly where, so long as they're alternating between redstone dust, and then boom, all of the redstone dust in as well. Now we go up one more time and do it again. Now, I'd like to answer one of your questions that you might have. So, we skipped the pistons on the first layer. Do you have to? No, you don't have to skip the pistons on the very first layer of this farm. But do you need to put them there? No. Generally, the blaze seem to wander off of that first floor on their own after time. If you want, you could totally put sticky pistons on that first layer, but if you do that, yikes. Yeah, it's gonna get really expensive. That's gonna be a lot of sticky pistons. So, basically, you're fine with skipping the first floor, like up there, that first ledge, but if you don't want to, then you don't have to. If you really have like a lot of sticky piston stuff, then go ahead, don't skip it. Make it look cool, you know, you could do it that way if you want. So with all of our redstone in, there are two final things that we need to do. Thing number one, place blocks right in front of the sticky pistons so that the sticky pistons can move. Basalt, definitely one of those blocks. Basalt can be moved by the sticky pistons. After we get all of these basalt blocks in on each layer, we're going to want to place pressure plates on every single block of this layer. Alright, so we have basalt everywhere on every single sticky piston, now pressure plates everywhere. As you place the pressure plates down, you'll notice the redstone wires connecting to the pressure plates. That is exactly perfect. Now, if you were confused about the placement of the sticky pistons before, it should start to make sense now. If a blaze were to land in this corner right there, this piston would push it out towards this one, and then this one would push it down to the next layer. That would repeat all the way down to the bottom. Meanwhile, if a blaze floats down and say lands on this block right here, this piston is just going to push out and continually push it down, funneling it right into the center. Anyways, moving on to floor number 2. Same deal. We're going to place a bunch of basalt in front of our sticky pistons, then we're going to place a bunch of pressure plates on the ground. Now, honestly, I recommend doing this from the center, like I'm doing right now. Like, build your bottom room, then tower up, like right in the middle, and place the pressure plates like this. If you try and walk around on the side and place the pressure plates, you're just going to get pushed around. It's going to be a big headache. It's going to be annoying. It's going to be really tricky. So, yeah, highly recommend doing it like this from the center. Now, after we placed all of those, we're going to place all of these, and this farm is pretty much up and running. There is one more thing that we need to do, though. We need to break out of there, put that back so the blaze are trapped in there, and then we need to go back up and unleash the blaze from the top room. Now, this is definitely where it gets dangerous, elites. You gotta be careful here. I said the first step was dangerous. Well, yeah, that was the case. You probably remember that, but this step is almost equally as dangerous. So move into your blaze room, move all the way to the back of the thing, and start taking out the blocks. There may or may not be a bunch of blaze inside of this room waiting for you. If there are too many blaze, easy. Walk away from your farm, like very far away, and come back. be careful not to break the spawner. If you break the spawner, it is donezo. It's gone forever. You can't get it back, so yeah, be very careful. But anyways, yeah, if you're getting overwhelmed with blaze, move away from the farm and come back to it. By moving away from it, like far away, the blaze should hopefully despawn if you move far enough away. It's also a decent idea to back out of the room every once in a while and just take the blaze out. If you have a good bow, you could just literally just take them out like this. That's perfect. Or you could let your pistons do the trick, but they might not actually do the trick because the blazes are locking onto you. They're going to float up. It's going to be, you know, kind of annoying, a whole process. So yeah, basically just be careful. The biggest thing though, do not remove the spawner. Whatever, ow, whatever you do, don't, hey, oi, give me the space, give me space. No, abort mission. You go away. Okay, we're gonna fill that in, perfect. Now they can't get me. All I need is one more wall. Everything is fine. This is fine. It actually is fine. It's actually good. We finished the hard part. But I need to do one more thing. So look inside of here. This is what the final design is. Take a look. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty clean. I think it looks good. But the blaze, we're gonna leave them alone now. There we go. We close the room off all the way, and then finally, if we break these wall blocks out, these walls are going to go flat on this side, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, in the next episode, I think what we're gonna do is make this blaze farm a blaze base. We're gonna make it look really good. So for this episode, we're gonna pretty much leave the farm in its current state, but eventually it's gonna get looking really good. I think the blocks that we used on this build are going to make this thing look great. Now let's go ahead and go down here and check this out. There should be, oh yeah, there are blaze down here. Now with our brand new improved sword in hand, we can swing at them and take them out. Nice and easy. Take a look at that, and all of the XP right back to me. This is probably going to be my main mending farm now. This thing is going to be great for fixing up my tools, but there is one small problem. For a spawner to be active, you need to be within 16 blocks of the thing. Take a look at this. If I were to break into here and look up, the spawner is actually off. It's not active right now because we're not close enough. How do we fix that problem? Well, it's actually pretty easy. All that we need to do is find the lowest layer of pistons, which should be right up here, I think right above that block. Yep, right there. Okay, perfect. So now that we've located them, all we need to do is build up to them. We can place scaffolding right here to build up. This should work perfectly. Then we climb up here and we stand. If we stand, you can actually hear it right now, which is perfect. If we stand right behind these pistons, the spawner is active yet again. Basically, this is your AFK spot. To use the farm, stand behind these sticky pistons. When you're ready to take out the blaze, once you've let them pile up for a while, move back down here, right over to the blaze, and simply take them out. Nice and easy. In the next episode, we'll make our AFK spot in this whole farm look really good, but in terms of building the blaze farm, that's it. That's the trick. That's how you do it. Blaze farms are amazing for large amounts of blaze rods, which are great for fuel, and for experience. Blaze drop a lot of experience. If you have mending gear like I do and you need to heal it up, then a blaze farm is a great choice. Take a look at this. We have this pickaxe right here. This isn't definitely going to heal it up all the way, but it's going to heal it up quite a bit. In fact, let's go with this axe first. That'll heal it up all the way easy. Take a look at this. Boom, right here, and there we go. The axe is perfect, and now onto the pickaxe. Easy. And thankfully, 1.16 made a change to how mending works now. You actually don't have to pull all of your mending armor off or switch off of your sword really quickly. Mending actually works how it's meant to. If you have mending gear on or a mending tool in your hand and it's already fully healed up, then the XP, it actually won't go to that tool at all. It'll go straight to the damaged one or just to your experience bar if all of your tools are perfect. But that's it for today's episode of the Minecraft Guide. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Today, big shout out to my patron, Neve. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, stay fresh. Goodbye, everyone.